Welcome to another episode at NoriegaRekos. So in my last video, I talked about how to budget and track your finances. And I also talked about some investments that you can do with as little as 1,000 pesos per month. In this video, I'll talk about Pag-ibig MP2, which is one of those investments. So check this video out. So what is Pag-ibig MP2? Pag-ibig MP2 is an extension of the Pag-ibig contributions that we do on a monthly basis if you're employed. And according to their website, the MP2 savings is a special savings facility with a 5-year maturity designed for Pag-ibig fund members who wish to save more and earn even higher dividends, in addition to their Pag-ibig regular savings. The program is also open to pensioners and retirees who are former Pag-ibig fund members. So I've been investing in Pag-ibig MP2 since December 2019 and actually received my first dividend payout for that year, even if I just invested for 1 month. I contributed to my Pag-ibig MP2 on a monthly basis since then. So I'm eager to find out how much the dividend payout will be for 2020. So how do you earn from Pag-ibig MP2? You earn from the net income of Pag-ibig. Pag-ibig's income comes from housing finance, which contributes 70% to their net income. They also invest in government securities and corporate bonds. So Pag-ibig pays out 70% of their net income as dividends that is distributed to all the contributors. So how much can you earn? The past 3-year average dividend payout is actually 7.61%. So you can see this in their Pag-ibig website. And comparing it to the savings rate today, which is just 0.25%, the Pag-ibig dividend payout is 60 times higher than the current savings rate. So if you have money in your bank, it's losing its value to inflation because inflation is higher than 1.25%. That's why you need to put your money to work by looking for investments that give you yields higher than inflation. Is there a minimum investment? Yes. So for as low as 500 pesos per remittance, you can start investing and contributing to Pag-ibig MP2. However, I suggest to invest higher than this because there are fees when you remit your payments. So how do you remit your payments? So from what I've read and seen, you can pay by going to the Pag-ibig branch, or they also now have a credit card online payment facility wherein you can use your credit card to pay for your remittances. However, there's a 1.5% surcharge for every transaction. What I use personally is GCash, and the fee is much lower compared to paying via credit card. So for every transaction that I've made, I'm charged only 15 pesos per transaction. So what are the advantages of MP2? First off, the principal is guaranteed by the government. So for many risk-averse people who don't want to lose their capital or protect their capital, this is the best investment for you because, again, the principal is guaranteed by the government. What this means is that whatever happens to Pag-ibig, your contributions will be returned back to you. What is not guaranteed, though, is a dividend payout. So there may be times when Pag-ibig does not generate enough income. Possibly, they won't pay out any dividends. Next is the higher yield versus savings account. So I discussed earlier that the payout is 60 times higher than the current savings rate, at least based on the past 3 years dividends payout. What I like here as well is that dividends can be reinvested for better compounding. So what this means is instead of getting your dividends annually, you can opt to reinvest it so that it's added to whatever contributions you have. Why is this an advantage? Because, as you know, compounding is one of the best allies of any investor. If you go to the Pag-ibig website, the dividend payout for an annual dividends compared to a dividends that's reinvested, the total dividends that you get after 5 years, if you reinvest the dividends, is 16% higher compared to if you opt to get paid annually. So imagine that. 16% higher versus getting your payout annually. Lastly, the dividends are tax-free. So unlike other dividend payouts from stocks that you may own, the dividends you get from Pag-ibig MP2 will not be taxed. What are its disadvantages? So I think the major disadvantage is the 5-year term. So within the 5-year term, you cannot pull out your money. So if you need your money in the next 5 years, I suggest you look for other alternative investments. But if you have money lying around, or if you want to contribute a certain amount on a monthly basis for the next 5 years that will form your savings and investment, I suggest you look into Pag-ibig MP2. Another disadvantage is that you need to reapply after 5 years. So after the 5-year term, you can no longer contribute to your Pag-ibig MP2, but they allow you to continue to receive dividends up to the 7th year if you choose not to pull out your money. But I suggest you pull out your money and reinvest it again. Another disadvantage is dividends may vary from year to year. So if you look at their website, for the past 10 or so years, the dividends has ranged from 4% to 7%. However, as mentioned, the past 3 years is at 7.6%. So the question is lump sum or monthly? So I touched on this earlier. Lump sum is good if you have money that you don't need for the next 5 years. For example, you're saving for a house that you need to pay off in 5 years. This is something that where you can put in your money so that your principal is guaranteed and you earn higher than the bank's interest rates for the next 5 years. However, if you don't have a large amount of money but you want to create that discipline, create that habit of investing and saving, then paying or remitting on a monthly basis is something that you can do as well. Of course, the lump sum in the beginning will yield higher dividends compared to a monthly payout or a monthly remittance. However, after 5 years, you'd have a lump sum amount that you can reinvest again and get the benefits of a higher principal, which means a higher dividend yield in terms of absolute value. So that's it. So I hope you learned something in this video about Pag-ibig MP2. To sign up for a Pag-ibig MP2 account, you can visit the Pag-ibig website. I'm going to link the website below so you can check it out for yourself and read more about it. So if you learned something from this video, comment below and share this to people that you think may benefit from learning about this type of investment. And if you haven't, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get updated every time we have a new video. So thank you for watching and have a great day.